All right. So the last time we were talking about seasons, and just wanted to kind of continue on with that a little bit because I think we hit there was something that we hit that was a good discovery. I think for me or whatever was just when it's winter, you got to find ways to turn the heat on. Remember, and that's where we were with it, and something that since the last time we were on here, something that the Holy Spirit just showed me one of the best ways to turn on the heat and when in that winter is to say a little prayer, which is, Lord, show me how to love my wife. Show me how to love my wife through this. Lord, show me how to love my spouse through this. And that's one way to just kind of flick on the thermostat to turn the heat on. You know what I mean? And that's something for me that it's just I've grown into that. Before it was, Lord, what is going on? What is wrong with her? What is wrong with you? What do something with her, Lord God. Why is she not? She can't, there's all kinds of thoughts that would run through my mind. And it's just, God, what's going on? I mean, because a lot of times when we're just in our own space, in our own headspace, we're not thinking that we're doing anything wrong. Everything seems justified to us, but really, it's two separate individuals, two different individuals. Even though the two have become one flesh, we got a lot of baggage to work through. We got a lot of history and things to still work through and work out. And there's individual thinking that comes into that marriage that has to be kind of worked through as well. And so, and no, it's not just about me and my needs. It's about what needs of yours aren't being met. And so, Lord, what is it about this situation? How can I love my wife through this? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I think that's kind of always, for quite some time, that's always been my prayers. How can I see you through his eyes?
From day one?
Not from day one, no. Not from day one. But it's been my prayer for quite some time. How do I see you from God's eyes? And from there, he's shown me, how to, what to be, what not to be, or something. So, but, I think that comes along with just your walk with the Lord. How do we see the world from his eyes? Who do we need to? So same thing, with your spouse, even more so, as a matter of fact, because you're in covenant with that person.
Right.
So seeking God on that.
Right. And that's why it's so important for couples to, the closer they get, the closer they get to God, the closer he brings them together.
Exactly.
Isn't that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Closer they align their life with him and seek him, he's actually just drawing you closer to one another.
Right. That's a great revelation there. So, but that's winter.
That's winter.
So, but then there's springtime.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about springtime. Talk about what's
Spring in the
springtime.
physical realm is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because I'm also born in the spring. But I love the rain, the cleansing. It's just a new time. It's like a washing. The Holy Spirit is just a time for growth and a newness in the air. And so spring is just my favorite all around. I love the colors, the blossoming, and I'm a processor. So, spring in marriage could look like trying something new, trying new things, not being afraid to step out on some new stuff with your spouse, because you've gone through a cold winter and you've built some security in a sense, you've built some foundation. So now when you're ready for the spring seasons, you've built something there. You have a little more to stand on. And so it's time for new life, and that I think that's a part of the Lord's shifting of, I talked about before, seasons are made, God's creations are made to change and to grow and with evolution, so they're not meant to stay the same. And so I think, he sprinkles some new ideas and just new growth, and he'll lead you to some new discoveries about one another. I like spring.
Yeah, I love spring too. Springtime for me too, something I thought about is just springtime. We made it through the winter. We survived the winter, and we're still here. And it's that kind of revelation, because in winter is full of a lot of thoughts. It's full of a lot of self-talk, negative self-talk, automatic negative thoughts running through our minds. The enemy speaks a lot of times through the winter. But springtime is when you come to the realization that, you know what, it was the enemy speaking all along, and everything that he was saying is a lie. And matter of fact, the opposite of what he's saying is the truth. And springtime is, in winter, the enemy is saying that marriage is over. But springtime is where you realize, no, wait a minute. No, I love my wife. I love my wife. And I love God even more than I love my wife. And ultimately, what did God have to say about it? Yeah, maybe there might have been these thoughts, but who said those thoughts? What's the voice behind those thoughts? Did God say it? No. Then springtime is about realizing God didn't say that, and it's renewing. And then you get to a place of renewing. You find your place. You know what? Renewing your covenant. Then healing begins, and renewed life, renewed love, renewed joy, and we're bouncing back. We're coming out of it. We just went through the valley of the shadow of death, but now we weren't stuck there. Now we're coming out of it, and so there's new life in the springtime, and I love that time too as well. And then from spring
into summer.
Then you move into summertime.
And summer is a little bit of relaxation, a little. I think summer is also a time of rest. So you've gone through some hard cycle, a hard season, and you've got new life. So there's still a little bit more work to be done, still a little bit more that God's showing you. So that new life is happening during spring, but I think He gives you then a period of rest and restoration, and it's just a time to enjoy and be at peace. And we have a God who cares, so He cares about inserting those seasons too, or making sure you come back around to those seasons. And so that's why I like, it's about just vacation, reset, relax, and rest. And for me, I've had to learn to rest in the Lord over the years. Like you said, the enemy will continue to say things, continue to send assignments to get you off track, but the Lord, has been working with me on this is what it means to rest in me, to have rest, upon your life, upon your just who you are. You're my daughter, so rest. It's okay. It's okay to rest in His word. It's okay to rest in who He is.
And rest in each other's arms. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. You can feel like you can rest with that person because you've gone through those things. You've gone through new life. So it's even more layers of trust and intimacy built with one another. So now you can rest with each other. Not be ready to pounce or attack an issue or whatnot, but you find more grace in that time.
And there's joy. You enjoy one another. There's lots of ups and downs in marriage, but the summertime is when you're enjoying each other. Not that everything is easy and all of that. It's just you're enjoying each other. You appreciate each other. You are grateful. You have gratitude for one another. You have grace for one another. And we're just kind of operating and flowing. And we've maybe made some discoveries, through the winter and in the spring. Maybe you've made some discoveries and you've learned your spouse a little bit, that much more. You learned that much more about your spouse. And so now you're flowing in one accord and unity in that space as well. And that's what summertime looks like. Summertime is also about strengthening. We're on a journey, a health journey right now, and we've been able to do that here this summer. We've been able to take a look at our health and kind of refocus there, and get ourselves, to a better place. That's the same thing in your marriage in summer. In the summer seasons, you can start to assess where you are, what kind of, for lack of a better term, damage has taken place, whatever, what things have gone maybe neglected in the marriage or whatever, and now we're addressing those things to bring healing in those areas. That's summertime, and strengthening as well, and hydrating, hydrating with the water of the word, and all of that, and that's summertime. The trick though, or kind of the catch though of summertime can also be a time where you can become complacent. Because things are good. You don't want to become complacent in that summertime. You don't want to
too relaxed,
no,
too off schedule, too unstructured, too, because the enemy goes about seeking whom he may devour, finding those cracks, and so gotta keep guard to not become too complacent and not still put in what needs to be put in for yourself and for your spouse.
That's right. So, that's right. Keep your head on the swivel, and be watchful, watch and pray. Keep praying. Keep
sober.
Stay sober and be diligent. Stay yes, for real. Because like you just said, the enemy roams around.
Like, and that's when he likes to attack is when you're at your most vulnerable state. And sometimes your vulnerable state could be weakness. It could be having come through a battle, but it could also be just because you're not keeping guard. And so keeping guard.
Absolutely. And then you begin to sometimes, from there, there's the fall season. And fall season is like it's like a warning. It's like a warning season. Like there are warning signs. There are warning signs that might go unnoticed. Warning signs that might go unchecked. Warning signs that might be ignored. Those conversations that are happening. That's where, you personally, with some of your warning signs, you say something.
Where I'm warning you.
You warning me. When I've told you this. I've seen this.
I told you.
No, it's not. It's not. It's never. It's a misinterpretation from my part. A lot of times, I didn't read it.
Sometimes I count. Sometimes I keep.
Yeah, just for the record, everybody out there, she calls me Turtle because I'm slow.
You are a turtle.
When I like she puts it out there, and it takes me a while to pick up on it. Like a few storms, a few rain showers.
Take your personal. Everybody's turtles in my life. My kids are turtles. Go.
That's true. But there's warning signs. What are some warning signs that can pop up? Warning signs. The calendar. Calendar starts to get filled up, and there's been no connection. There's warning signs where that's been a hot one for us. Is the calendar. Busy. The enemy. Busy stands for being under Satan's yoke, where the enemy, one of his strategies is to keep people busy to where they can't connect with one another, can't connect with God. And that busyness could be being busy in good things, but it might not be God things. But there's warning signs sometimes that come with that. There's, conflict or not necessarily conflict, aggravation, annoyance.
There's always going to be something that needs to be put on the calendar, regardless if you are, you hold a busy schedule anyway. There's always something. If you have children, your children need something. The neighbor needs something. The house needs something. Always. And if we're not careful, and it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no. It's okay to block out times, but that's a warning of, when the calendar is just full. You have to intentionally put time in to pour into your marriage and to pour into your spouse and to make sure needs and all of that are continuing to be met.
Right. Right. It's like it's no different than the body. You know, God created our bodies. Our bodies will give us warning signs when, like, if you haven't had enough rest,
go to sleep.
Yeah. So you haven't, or you've got too much stress. Like I'll get like a twitch or whatever. That's like I take that when I get that twitch in my eye, and it's just that's a warning sign that I need to sit down and get some rest and chill or whatever. Stop stressing, whatever. But those are different warning signs. And as I say, your marriage will let you know too. There's some different warning signs that will come your way that if they go ignored, it's just a matter of time before you find yourself in winter, back to winter. And so seasons, the seasons of marriage. And at the end of the day, how you get through all of the seasons is you gotta put God first.
Tap into God.
You put God
Ask
first.
Him what equipment, what tools you need, what tools you need for your spouse to make it through and to get out of some of those seasons, you know. So
and couples draw closer together. And the closer they draw to God. Well, how's it go?
We wrote it together. It's okay. So the alignment is as husband and wife are drawing closer to God. He is doing that internal work, drawing them closer to
each other. Seasons. All right. Cut. Okay.